biggest sins, right? I actually suffer from longing. So like my biggest sin is definitely lust for the charts. It's something that has happened to me, and I did it from very early on. So guys, when we say don't do something and you're very new into this journey, it's not because we want to tell you what to do. It's because we actually don't want you to do it, because once you get started and you form a bad habit, it's so hard to break. So one of my biggest problems was actually always checking the charts, was always longing for like more trade opportunities, this over trading. There was so much going on that like when I did it, I realized that this is not fun anymore. How many of you guys have felt like this is not fun anymore? Like it's just not fun. If you put your name down if you've ever felt like that, like you're checking the charts, you enter a trade, you win a trade, and then you do it again and again and again, and then you keep losing and you're like, what the hell? This is not fun, right? This is not fun. Now, my section in my trainings have always been based on kind of like life, right? I think how you do one thing is how you do everything. So one thing I wanted you guys to kind of figure out is, do you have this sense of longing for anything in your life, right? Do you have a sense of obsession in anything in your life? Now, one thing so today's training for me, guys, is all about obsessive behavior. So write that down. Do I have an unhealthy obsession? Now you can transfer this into the charts. You can transfer this into anything really, guys. Like it doesn't really have to be just charts. I had an unhealthy obsession with the charts very early on. And I had to use so much of my willpower to come out of that, okay? So guys, we're gonna find out if you have an unhealthy obsession, and then we can go and build from that, guys. So let's do this. So number one, first of all, guys, you need to write down one thing. Have you felt butterflies at the start of what you're about to do? So guys, have you felt butterflies? Yeah, let's do this. Have you felt butterflies when you're checking the charts or when you're trading? You're like, woo, that butterfly feeling has come. Yeah, you guys have felt that. Okay, cool. That's a sign that there's excitement there, and that's a sign that you may get obsessed with it. But just to let you know, that's one thing that we want to understand. But guys, what we want to do is not just base everything on those butterflies, okay? So step one, you're using the charts to avoid personal insecurities. So write that down. We tend to turn obsession when we're feeling self-conscious. So make sure you write that down. We get obsessive when we feel self-conscious. So if you guys are like longing the charts, you need to know that that obsession that's forming is to avoid personal insecurities. This is why we do mindset every day. This is why we push so much personal development, because it pushes those insecurities to the side. Now, you can transfer this into anything in life. You can become obsessive over, I hope, Simon, you're enjoying your dinner, lunch, whatever it is over there. It's good. I bet it's healthy, yeah? Okay, one thing that, no, keep eating. Oh, it looks good, I want to eat. But one thing that we keep doing, guys, is that when we feel self-conscious, we become more obsessed over the thing we're obsessing about. So if you said you had a bad day, right? You are having a bad day, someone wasn't treating you right, you weren't happy with what you were doing, right? And on that moment, one thing you might start doing is looking at the charts. Now, to transfer that energy that you were having on your mind, on your personal insecurity, you're now putting it all onto the charts. Does this make sense, guys? Put yes in the chat if this makes sense. That you're having a bad day now, your main focus is the charts, right? Your main focus is the charts. And you're like, hang on a minute. Like, where did this come from? Why am I obsessing over this $1, £1, €1? You know what I mean? Like you transfer it over. So psychologically, it means you need others. So this is what it means, okay? Psychologically, you need something to define who you are, right? So we want to write that down. So psychologically, it means we're using that obsession to define who we are. So that's how we become even more emotionally invested in this process. We become even more heightened in emotions, right? When we are down. So when we have a loss, then it starts to really hurt us, because we're using this entire process as definition of who we are. And guys, that is dangerous, okay? Because you can't go into the charts with any emotion, and you can't become so invested in the money gained. So this is why it's a double-edged sword. And this is why mindset is so important with trading. So when you feel that you're obsessive over the charts, you're actually feeling some sort of personal insecurity with yourself, and you are now transferring it over to the charts, because now you are making the charts as your definition of who you are rather than your personal insecurity. So if you're up, you're like, yes, I knew I'm sick at this, I'm amazing. But if you're down, you're really, really down, and you don't handle that loss well at all. So we have to make sure that one tip, guys, is don't replace, write this down, don't replace the charts with how you're feeling. So if you don't feel good about yourself, don't use the charts to define who you are. Don't use anything to define who you are. Like sometimes I have a really bad habit. One of my bad habits, I don't really want to talk about it because it's on YouTube, but I have a really bad habit, right? And it's such an unhealthy habit. Like it's the worst unhealthy habit there is. And don't worry, it's not drugs, but it's the worst, I'm not cracking, but it's the worst habit that I have. And when I do it, like, I think like I do it when I'm so insecure about where I'm going, right? I'm doing it because in my mind, it's like, oh my gosh, like, what if I don't do this well? So suddenly I distract all myself, all my energy for 1 minute. It's literally 1 minute, like maybe 30 seconds. What? That's why it's not crap. But 1 minute. And when I'm doing that, and afterwards I feel like, okay, cool, this is fine. But guys, it doesn't work like that, okay? Because that's a temporary fix. So you want to make sure that you're not putting your insecurities into that bad habit. And also it's really hard to quit a bad habit. So we want to make sure that while obsessions can occur, insecurities can influence a person, and that can in fact make it worse, okay? So what we want to work on is rising our insecurities, okay? We want to make sure that when we are saying our affirmations at the start of the day, we understand why we're saying it. Guys, we're not saying affirmations just for the fun of it. We want to make sure you all are doing it, guys, because you are pushing your insecurities to the side, okay? You are pushing them to the side. And you want to make sure that you carry on doing that each day. Also, when you are feeling low, guys, start reading. Personal development is so good for insecurities as well. You start to feel more in tune with yourself. And when we start our call, when we meditate that 5 minutes that you all moan about 24/7, and I don't care if you moan about it, you like whatever. But when we do that and you listen to the words, you should be able to feel a little bit better as well, okay? So we want to make sure we don't fall in love and become obsessed with the charts, because guys, that won't make you who you are, okay? That doesn't define who you are. And we want to make sure that you know that without a win from the charts or not, you are still an amazing person that day, okay? So we want to make sure we do that. Another thing, guys, if you have an obsession, write this down. Number 2, the honeymoon period doesn't fade out. The honeymoon period doesn't fade out. So write that down. Honeymoon period doesn't fade out. You know when you get all those butterflies, right, at the start of like trading, or how many of you guys got butterflies when you met someone for the first time, and you're like, you just get all these butterflies inside of you, and you're like, oh my gosh, like, wow, I'm so excited. And then they screw you over anyway, but you're so excited and you're like, wow, this is amazing. And that butterfly feeling, that nerves you get, that never fades out, which is showing signs of an obsession. You're not supposed to have those butterflies in charts, guys. Not after the first like month. Like you should just see a chart and be like, okay. That is not like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It literally fades out. Now, if you have an obsessive behavior towards the chart or anything in your life, those butterflies never fade out, right? Physically, so write this down. Physically, we physically can't handle and we cannot continue with being consumed with that obsession, because it invades us and overwhelms our life, and we're not able to make rational decisions because you're obsessed with the butterflies. You get it? So when you're obsessed with the butterflies, that's when you're not making rational decisions, because everything's based on that feeling you're getting at that moment. So when you're marking up the charts and you're feeling all excited and giddy, you got to understand you're not in the best state to mark up charts. You're way too excited and you're way too emotionally invested in it. When you mark up the charts, you're supposed to feel like you're just doing a normal chore, right? You're just cleaning the dishes. That's how it's supposed to feel like. You're supposed to feel like you're cleaning the dishes, guys. You're not supposed to feel like butterflies, right? If you're feeling butterflies, it means that you're in that honeymoon period, and that's supposed to fade out very early on. We're not able to take exams. So you gotta imagine, right? When you have exams or you have to meet that person and you're way too excited and nervous, you come across weird, man. That you will come across weird, right? So don't do that when you meet someone. But you want to be as rational and normal. I'm helping you guys, especially because I know guys, like some guys are like way too excited and you're like, sit back down, right? That's exactly what you want to say. You want to be like, sit back down, like stop, right? You want to be like, you want to be as normal and rational as you can be. Now for you ladies, right? Because I do pick on the guys a lot. Now for you ladies, right? When you see that guy and you're way too invested in it, he will pull back. He'll be like, oh my God, this girl's obsessed with me, right? You want to be like that same way to the charts. When you're like obsessing over it and you're like watching it 24/7, Louise, I'd hate to be your boyfriend sometimes because you said you were watching the charts 24/7. Like it's open in front of you 24/7. Mate, if that was your boyfriend, no, it's not healthy. Like, shut the chart. It will not move with that. Don't worry about it. Like, stop watching it, right? Women, you become way too obsessive over the thing you're obsessing about. And guys, if you're a guy, which there's loads of guys in here, can you feel that sixth sense energy when that girl's obsessed with you? Yes or no? When you feel that, do you know, like, does your sixth sense say, whoa, this is like weird as fuck. Like this girl is a bit too into me, right? Guys, when you feel that, why do you run away? Yeah, you run away. Well, imagine, Louise, the charts are running away from you. Like, stop it. Like, it's not going your direction. It's going to hit stop loss, right? So we want to make sure that we're not on that feeling of any kind of emotion when we have the charts open. It won't work out for you. Number 3, guys, write this down. You consistently bail out on your other priorities. Write that down. You consistently bail out on your other responsibilities and priorities. Okay? When you have an obsession, right? Obsession, and it's not productive, right? I'm not talking an obsession of your goals. You should 100% have an obsession of your goals and your future and your happiness. That's number 1. But when you find yourself consistently like, I don't know, you're bailing out on your other responsibilities, you're not eating, you're not sleeping, you're not doing anything productive besides looking at the charts, right? When you do that, you got to understand, like, that's not healthy for one, right? We learn that you need all areas of your life needs to improve, right? All areas of your life need to improve, not just your trading knowledge. Trading is like this big in comparison to your rest of your life. Your family is like this big, your friends are like this big, your team's like this big, whatever. But trading is like that big, guys, in terms of priority, because at the end of the day, you can't win big over a day, right? You have to consistently compound that growth. So it's not really like your main focus. You can't spend like all day on it. All you can really do is spend 1 to 2 hours a day consistently for the next 50 years of your life. That's basically it, right? You're compounding to that point where you're spending that time where it builds up over time, right? You can't do like 20 hours today, 20 hours tomorrow, and then you're like an 8-figure trader by fucking Friday. It doesn't work, right? So you want to make sure that your priorities still stay the same. One of the most common, so write this down, one of the most common and easy to see signs is that your relationships and friendships are suffering. So write that down. You have an obsession with the charts. One of the easiest ways to see this is that your friendships and your relationships are suffering. You bail out on plans with them. You bail out on growth. So for instance, I know when suddenly people turn into trader mode is because they ghost. Like traders don't like talking. Traders are weird, right? I don't get that. Like traders just like, if they feel like talking is like an effort for them because they need to be watching the chart. So I've been around people where I'm physically having the most amazing lunch with them or the most amazing dinner with them, and they're literally like this with their phone, like watching the chart. So it's not even like they're there, they're not there. So you want to make sure that you can see that when you are spending time with people, and this is an obsession with anything, right? When you are spending time with your friends and family, like, Are you fully in it, right? Are you engaging with that person, or are you staring at your phone? Okay, now if you're working, that's another thing. But if you are genuinely staring at the charts when you're with people, or when you're doing this, when you have quality time with people who love and care for you, and you're just staring at the chart, that is the clearest sign today that you have an obsession with the charts. Okay, so you want to make sure you improve your relationships and friendships, and you are positively present with them. Otherwise, guys, don't be there, right? Don't be there. That's my honest advice. Don't be there. Don't bring people into this weird trading complex that we have. People think we're a cult because we spend our life doing this, right? That's why people think we're a cult. We're not a cult. We do it 1 to 2 hours a day, guys. I'm going to repeat it. We are not a cult, okay? We don't stand on the phone like this 24/7. And when we're crossing the road, we're like, yep, gold is going up. Gold is going up. No, 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 right? We're not a cult. Next one, number 4. You never, ever miss a movement on the charts. So I've spoken to some people before, right? I'm like, wow, do you see that spike? Yeah, I saw it. It was like happened at 7:15 it was happening at this time, and then it went down by 50 pips at like 8 p.m. and then it went up again at like 9 p.m. and oh my gosh, like, did you just see that it's consolidating right now? And you're like, what the fuck? How do you know all of that? That's weird. What's wrong with you? You want to get a few pips and get out. Like, why are you like, okay, and then this happened. Oh my gosh. And there's other people, right? They don't just do it for 1 pair. They do it for like 10. So you're like, oh yeah, did you see that? Like, I caught a really nice buy on, oh yeah, was it or was it USD 30? Was it like USD CHF, or was it GBP JPY? Which one was it? Like, because they're both going up at the same time. But then when I saw it and I entered it, it was going down. So then I thought, oh my God, I need to go back up again. Guys, what the fuck? Listen, if you never miss a movement, you never miss a pip, there's something wrong with you. You're obsessed with the charts. Stop looking at it. When you enter the market, you enter the trade, you hit stop loss to take profit, and then you're done. You don't need to know the ins and outs of every single moment of the day, right, on that pair. I mean, you need to know some research on it, yeah, but you don't need to know it 24/7. Like, I've had conversations where they physically know every movement going up and down. And then when I say to them, yo, bro, have you like eaten? No. It's like, what the hell? You haven't even fed yourself and you know about the charts. Now go and eat. You're hungry, right? So make sure you don't get to that obsessiveness, guys. Make sure you know your pair. But this is what notebooks are for. Put it in your notebook. That's it. You analyze the chart, go over your notes, and you're like, oh, okay, cool, nice. And then you go on with your merry old day, okay? So make sure you do that. Number 5. You accept last minute changes. So what this one is, guys, if you're obsessed with something, right? You drop everything for this chart, right? You have plans with your mom, you have plans with your girlfriend, you have plans with your boyfriend, whatever, your husband, your kids, whatever, right? And then suddenly you drop everything because someone said, hey, did you see that sell? It's like this little devil inside you. You're like, oh my gosh, I need to stop everything, right? And go into this sell, even though I have no knowledge about this sell. It's just someone said, hey, did you see that sell? And now suddenly everything is dropped. Guys, money comes and goes. Don't ruin your plans for last minute things just because someone said like, yo, this is happening. Accept it, be patient for the entry, and move on your merry way. If you have a trading plan, you should have set hours that you're only trading. If it's outside of those set hours, let it go. Don't give a fuck. Have fun. Fucking date someone. Some of you guys are so lonely that you think the charts are going to make you happy. Go and date someone, right? Like, for goodness sake, man. Some of you are too emotional. Right, okay, another one. Number 6, guys. Write this down. I actually believe that this is one of the biggest problems with becoming obsessed with the charts, okay? And agree with me if you want. You get overly emotional, so write this down. You get overly emotional, or you never get upset at all. So write that down. You get overly emotional, or you never get upset at all, even when you should or shouldn't. So what this means, guys, is there's two types of traders, right? Those who lose are like that you think that you've just shot their mum or something, right? They're literally the worst. Like you try and speak to them and you can just see that they want to kill you, right? There's those types of people. And then there's these other types of people that are obsessed, where it's like they've lost like £10,000 and they're like, okay, should we get back in again? Like no emotion whatsoever. So you got these two types of people, and I'm lucky enough that I had to mentor these two weirdos, right? So you have one that's just so emotional that wants to break down, and one who literally wants to go in again, even though they've just lost like £50,000. And you're like, what the hell? If you have any of those emotions, guys, when you're looking at charts and you're entering trades and you're losing those trades, that's showing signs of an obsession. Both show signs of obsessive behavior, okay? First one, the one who's overly emotional is way too heavily invested in that emotionally. The second one, right, who just doesn't give a fuck, they're so blindsided with their obsession that nothing can go wrong without them still doing that obsession, okay? Like nothing. It's like those people that have that cigarette box, right, with the warning on it, and you're like, you look at it and you're like, okay, I die anyway, right? I might as well just whatever. Like if I die, I die. Who cares? Yeah, I die, right? There's those ones who are obsessed. And then you've got the ones that are just crying in the corner somewhere, and you're like, okay, where's this person? They're like just crying over there about their stop loss of £2 loss. Fuck. So those two types of people, guys, are obsessive. Now, last one, guys. You are, write this down, number 7. You're constantly obsessing over the wins to make you happy. You're constantly obsessing over the wins to make you happy. So basically, you enter so many trades because you know that when you win, you are happy. So you want to become more and more happy. Guys, you need to know this is a warning sign that is an obsession with anything in life, right? It almost feels like you're guilty if you're happy about something else, right? I know some people who have grown their business to however many people, even if it's small, that I know people, right, who have like literally inspired lives, like 1 life, 2 life, 3 lives, or whatever. They hit stop loss and they're so unhappy about the stop loss thing that they don't want to be happy about inspiring their business. So it's kind of like, what the hell? You've just changed someone's life and you're actually sad because you hit stop loss, right? That's an issue, guys. You can be happy about other things. You don't have to only be happy, right, if you win a trade. Right? Don't do that. You don't have to only be happy for that. You have to be happy for everything. People feel guilty if they feel happy about something that's not their obsession. You are allowed to be happy. You ate a cupcake. You enjoy that cupcake, my friend. Right? You enjoy it. You can be happy. Right? You want to spend some time with your partner and you didn't look at the charts. Well done. Be happy. Go and do that. Live your normal life. We don't want weirdos. Like, what the hell? I don't want you unhappy weirdos in my team. And then you're miserable 24/7. Right? So that's my training, guys. I hope it was helpful. Put 111 in the chat if that helped you a little bit understand obsession, understand obsessing over the charts. Make sure that you are normal. I want to see all your names on this, guys. I want to see that you are happy and you understand obsession. Right? I want to see you all participate, right? I want to make sure you all are proactive in these team calls. Yeah, I don't care if you're just watching it. Listen, I want to see your names in that comment box, okay? Now, thank you so much for listening so patiently, guys. We actually have a tool. No, ads is not a tool. We actually have a training right now in tackling obsession with the charts. So, guys, it's a trading training. So before we get started, go into Lion's Den and say, I am so happy and grateful to watch the ads talk about compounding. Go and put that in the chat. Go and put that in the chat, guys. Let's go. Let's put, I am so happy and grateful to learn about compounding. If you are watching this recording on YouTube, guys, make sure you are also writing this in the chat, in our team chat. I am so happy and grateful to be learning from an 8-figure trader about compounding. By the way, he's not just done it for himself, but he's done it for loads of other people too. So I think, guys, we should definitely blow up Lion's Den so he sees your excitement there. Make sure you guys blow that chat up. Make sure you show him the excitement of this, because this is one of my favorite trainings when it comes down to obsession. Like, there's nothing more amazing than Ads' compound plan. And that is honestly the best thing ever. So thank you so much for listening so patiently. I am now making you host Ads, our 8-figure trader. I hope you gained some value, and let's go.
Thank you so much for that training. Don't you all agree, Tyreen absolutely smashed it with that? So obviously everybody type in this chat, thank you, Tyreen. Yeah, before I get started, I just want to see a few thank yous and then I'll go straight into it. By the way, does everyone like my Bitcoin t-shirt? I love it. Apologies about the sweat. I just did a workout a little while ago as well. But luckily I have AC in my room. Anyway, let's go straight into it. So look, this is a more compounding, yeah. It's more than compounding, sorry, it's to do with a trading plan. Now, I notice a lot of people don't have a trading plan, and this is something that I actually teach my advanced people in GoMount. So once again, you guys, I hope you're grateful for this training. I'm going to provide a hell of a lot of value for you. I'm going to shorten it down to a very quick amount of time as well, because I also have to jump on a New York session straight after this as well. Yeah, so who else is also jumping on a New York session? Type in 111 in the chat. If you trade London, that's fair enough. If you don't, if you trade New York, type 111. New York, one of the most erratic sessions out there. Wicked. New York, New York. We've got so many people. Wicked. Okay, so you're definitely going to need to know this. You're definitely going to need to see this. Yeah. Now, let me just share my screen. I've got a whole presentation for this. So yesterday, we actually ran through 3 simple steps on how to become a successful trader and why most traders fail. Now, this is another reason why most traders fail that I didn't mention yesterday because I needed a whole different training for this. And the other reason is because they don't have a plan to follow. So give me a second. Let me share my screen. Just to confirm, can everybody see my screen? Yeah, just type in yes if you can. Okay, wicked. So I'm going to go full screen now. So how to build a successful trading plan. Yeah, how to build a successful trading plan. And it's going to look so simple, so easy to you guys, but I guarantee you, so many of you, in fact, the statistics showed yesterday, yeah, that 90% of people are not going to get through this properly, yeah? And only the 10% are actually going to stick to their successful trading plan. I've given people so many trading plans, yeah? And in fact, those are the statistics, to be honest, yeah? 9 of them have not followed the correct plan. They've changed their plan due to funny markets. They've been like, oh, but I decided to trade it this way today and it went against me. I should have just stuck to the plan. I should have just stuck to what I was supposed to do in the first place. And okay, those kinds of people don't become successful. And fair enough, they may in the long run, later on in life or later on in the coming years, yeah? But because they never stuck to the plan right now, their accounts are not where they should be. Their trading journeys are not where they should be. And success only comes to you if you deserve it. Yeah, so clearly they're not seeing the current success in their current trading because at that current moment of time, they aren't, following the correct steps to deserve the success in their trading journeys. Now, moving forward, don't worry, this isn't a long presentation. This is just my Canva's very slow. All right, cash flow quadrant. You need to think, everybody knows this. I won't run through this too much in detail, but all of us need to think like an investor. Yeah, every single one of us here need to think like a very, very strong, great investor, meaning this is a very long-term game. You're investing your time, you're investing your efforts in very small amounts, yeah, including your time, and these will compound to very, very large gains along, as time comes along. So look, this is what investors do. They gain a lot of money through, their employee job. Everybody started off obviously at some point as an employee, and then they moved on to slowly becoming an investor. Investors are the most successful people out there in the world. Yeah. And there is one reason why. Now, one of them is because they value their time. Yeah. one of them, and that is why they don't give their time away to, you know, an employer, or they don't give their time away. They prefer their time to themselves. Yeah, but they're still making more money than everybody else who doesn't have enough time on their hands. Have you ever noticed this? Yeah, that investors have all the time in the world. Yeah, and all the money in the world. Yeah, why is that? Because they're using their time very, very strongly and successfully, yeah, to the best of their abilities. Why? Because they value it very, very highly. Now, we mentioned this the other day as well. What is something that you're greedy with? And I said time. And I believe, you know, I still am slightly greedy with my time, which I shouldn't really be too greedy with my time. But at the same time, I'm thinking like an investor. Now, obviously, being greedy in any form should not be right. Yeah, but I'd rather be greedy with time than greedy with money. Does that make sense? Yeah, if there's enough money for everybody to eat, I will happily let everybody eat their share of the pie, no problem. Eat it as much as possible. If you have a cheesecake on the table, I probably will eat most of it, but still I'll make sure there's enough for everybody to eat anyway. Does that make sense? Yeah, so moving forward, we do want to think like an investor. It is a long-term game. Investors don't just invest in something and that's it, do a quick flip, and then they're done for the rest of their lives. That is not the case ever. Yeah, so we had yesterday the steps to follow. Today we're going to run through the trading plan. Yeah, these are the two main reasons why most people fail in trading. Yeah, which I didn't go through trading plan yesterday, but I'm going to run through it in so much depth today, and this is gold mount content. So make sure that you guys really, really appreciate this, and you guys take this away with you, and you guys actually implement this. And I will be watching who is implementing this and who isn't. Yeah, so far I already have, you know, we did run through something similar over a few, let's say, I think it was 2 months ago. Yeah, it was about 9 weeks ago. We ran through a compounding plan, which I was showing you on a chart. Yeah, I was just writing it out on the chart. I pulled out the calculator and I showed you guys 9 weeks ago how this works. Yeah, and a lot of you guys said you will stick to it, but most of you haven't. Only some have. Yeah, only some of you have. And I've been watching you guys who have and you guys who haven't. Yeah, so I will be keeping an eye on you guys after today, if you are actually following the plan or if you are not following the plan. Are you following the steps from yesterday, or are you not following the steps from yesterday? Yeah, so there's 3 steps on building a successful trading plan. You need to know these 3 straight up things. Yeah, written in black and white: what to achieve, how to achieve it, and what not to do. Yeah, so these are 3 things we're going to run through today. You need to know what to achieve. Yeah, you need to achieve, firstly, that first step of hitting that £1 million in your account. Yeah, that is right next to what to achieve, number 1. Yeah, you know what to achieve now. Number 2, how to achieve it is what we're going to run through right now. And number 3, what not to do, I will run through right at the end. Yeah, but some of the things we ran through yesterday, what not to do, but I will go through it in way more depth right now. Yeah, so what to achieve, we already know what we want to achieve. We want to hit that £1 million in our account. I'm sure not many of you will be happy with, you know, 50, 100K in your accounts. Okay, maybe some of you will, but most of you who believe that you are way more better than that stage, yeah, will want to achieve that £1 million. So I'm actually talking to you guys who want to achieve that 1 million and above. Yeah, the ones who want to achieve below, just achieve below. Yeah, no problem. But the ones who want to achieve that 1 million, I'm talking to you guys straight up, so listen very, very carefully. Next slide. All right, look, set yourself some targets, and I've run through this so many times with you guys. Yeah, now if you have that 1 million target, you need to work daily, because compounding works daily. Yeah, if you are scalping, whether you're swing trading, whether you're intraday trading, depending on whatever kind of trading you decide to do, yeah, you need to do this daily. Or if you're swing trading, obviously you need to catch the weekly target. The daily target doesn't matter too much to you, but it's the weekly target that you need to successfully hit. But the quicker, the better. Yeah, I prefer going in and out of trades, hitting my daily target ASAP, and then leaving. Yeah, done for the day. So if you're scalping and following the steps I took, yeah, you'd be following the daily plan of only 20 pips per day. This is equal to 2% gain per day. And we've run through this already, but I will run through it way more in depth, like I said right now. Yeah, 2% per day, yeah, is equal to 10% per week. And if there's 4 weeks in a month, that's equal to 40% gain in a month. Now, 40% gain in a month is absolutely substantial. Yeah, substantial gain. And this is on your own personal accounts. It is so simple. It is so easy to do, just 20 pips a day. Come on. How many of you guys see 20 pip opportunities every single hour of the day? Yeah, come on. We see charts. We see even a single candle can give you 20 pips. Yeah, that's all it takes. That's all it takes. Look, safety, aim at 20 to 25 pips, or sorry, 25 to 30 pips per day. Yeah, and 120 pips per week. So aim slightly higher, just in case. Obviously, you will come across losses in the week. Yeah, I had a loss yesterday of 8 pips. Fair enough. Yeah, but the rest of the day was very, very successful, all due to gold's drop. Yeah, but there's obviously going to be many, many other days like that. Yeah, and you have to compensate for the bad days that are going to come in your way as well. So good days will make up for the bad days. So don't worry. Yeah, if your risk to reward ratio is very successful, if it is 1 to 2, 1 to 3, anything above 1 to 2, really, you will smash it. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about the bad days. You will eventually come up with the same monthly goal and gain of 40% gain per month. Yeah, now one thing I notice is some people start hitting this target, over a few weeks, and they're like, you know what, I'm not really seeing anything. Don't worry. Yeah, those people want too much too quickly, and you cannot get rich too quickly. Yeah, like I said yesterday, you're only going to get knocked back down to what you deserve. Yeah, if you deserve more, you will get more. If you don't deserve more, you won't get more. Yeah, your work ethic shows, your effort shows. And we done the formula yesterday. Does everybody remember that formula? Yeah, this plus this plus this equals success. Yeah, that is time, effort, and knowledge. Yeah, or it's experience, effort, and knowledge. Those three things, I still remember it at the top of my head. Does everybody else remember it? And now there's no point asking you if you remember it now, because I've just mentioned it. Yeah, but those three things equals success, and this is done daily. Yeah, if you gain enough knowledge every single day, like every day I will read up on what is happening on FX Street. Every single day I will read up what is happening, regardless of, and these are things I'm learning, new things of what is happening in the economies in different countries. Every single day, what is happening. Every day I'm learning new things all the time. Yeah, but are you guys doing exactly the same? Yeah, are you running through your education platform? If you're still learning to analyze, if you're still learning your technical knowledge, are you doing this every single day or not? Yeah, and it is this daily gain of knowledge that will take you to where you need to be. Yeah, it is this daily small input of 20 pips. Come on, do you know what I said to somebody yesterday? If you're even finding it hard to catch 20 pips, forget it. Don't worry. Catch 10 pips and just take 2 trades a day. Yeah, it doesn't don't enter the same trade twice. Yeah, just catch 10 pips and find 2 trading opportunities every single day. Now come on, if 20 pips is even sounding hard to you, can you catch 10? Come on, I'm sure every single one of you guys here can catch 10 pips. Yeah, you guys believe in yourself, and if you do believe in yourself, you can easily catch those 10 pips. There are sometimes I have a morning strategy, yeah, that I use every single morning. Yeah, and sometimes it doesn't exactly give me 20 pips every morning. Yeah, sometimes it gives me 10, sometimes it gives me 15, sometimes it only gives me 12. Yeah, it does minimum 10 anyway, but the highest I've gotten out of it is actually 60. Yeah, the smallest I've gotten out of it is 10. Yeah, but I still do that every single day, regardless of how much it gives me. Every single day in the morning, and on London Open, I go in for that strategy. I take my trades. It's in my areas most of the time. In fact, all of the time, I know exactly what to do. Yeah, and whatever it gives me, I take. Yeah, most of the time, once it's hit that 20, 25, sometimes even 30, I'm out. Yeah, whereas sometimes I just have to walk out with 10 and I have to accept it. Yeah, so you don't have to aim for 20 pips on every single trade. Sometimes if you're scalping, you won't even get 20 pips out of a trade. Like I mentioned, yeah, I get sometimes even 10 pips out of a trade only. Yeah, so I still have to do another 15 or 20 pips, because I usually aim for about 25 to 30 a day. Yeah, just to be safe, just so I can still compensate for losses in or as the week commences. Yeah, if you stick with a consistent lot size of 0.01 per 100 balance, yeah, this is the gain that you will make. And this is what we always push everybody to do. Stay consistent with your lot size. I've always remained consistent with my lot size. In fact, sometimes I even now reduce my lot size depending on what the risk is. Yeah, now once weekly target has been met, yeah, and this is discipline coming into place, stop trading for the week or place smaller lot trades if necessary. Yeah, so let's say you're on £1,000 account and your 0.01 per £100 is 0.10. Yeah, and you see an amazing opportunity, you think it's guaranteed, yeah, and everything is lining up for you. Maybe it is, yeah, and you have that urge to trade. Just go back to 0.01 and whatever that trade gives you, take it. Because let me tell you something, this trade could be a guaranteed trade for you. It may line up to everything you think it will line up to, but it will eat. If it doesn't go your way, it will eat into your weekly gain. Yeah, it will start eating into your weekly gain, and you do not want that to happen. Yeah, it's as long as you have this target, as long as you have, yeah, this daily target every single day, the weekly target will eventually be hit, and the monthly target will pretty much automatically walk itself into being hit by itself. Yeah, now you have a £1 million target. Let me show you how easy and quickly this can be hit, just following the same monthly target every single month without fail. Yeah, I'm sure many of you have this 1 million target. Multiple of you have this 1 million target, in fact. Yeah, and I wouldn't or expect less from you. Yeah, if you're happy with 50, 100K, no problem. It's easy to do that. Yeah, you won't even have to wait that long, to be honest. But 1 million target, I'm going to show you it right now. Yeah, so once the next slide loads up, you'll see how quickly and easy it is to get there. Now you need to have this written down on that step one that we showed you few slides prior. Yeah, you need to have this £1 million target written down right there. Yeah, what to achieve, you got your target now in place. I keep mentioning this, I keep repeating it, because repetitiveness will actually stick in your head. Yeah, this psychological term, that if you say something to yourself more than 7 times or repeat it more than 7 times, you'll remember it. Yeah, and this is how I quickly remember things very fast as well. So once it loads up, or if it isn't loading up, no problem, I'll just go to it manually. There we go. So long-term targets. So long-term targets, yeah, based on 20 pips per day, 40% growth per month. Yeah, that's basically 20 pips per day will give you 40% growth per month. Look at what you can gain, yeah, in just 12 months. If you have that 50K target, you're done in 12 months. 1 year is all you need. Yeah, but like I said, I expect way more from you. If you want to hit that 1 million, it will take you 21 months, yeah, by doing exactly the same thing every single day. Yeah, 20 pips every single day. And if you're finding that hard, just do 2 trades of 10 pips every single day. It's literally that easy. And come on, every single one of you can easily catch 10 pips per trade. Every single one of you can easily do that. Yeah, it's so simple, it's so easy. Come on, how many times have we seen 10 pip opportunities pop up right in front of us at all times? Yeah, we see this all the time. All the time. We're always seeing 10 pip opportunities. We're seeing 15 pip opportunities. In fact, in this kind of market, we're mostly seeing even 20, 30, 40 pip opportunities. Yeah. Now, knowing how to achieve your target is number 2. So we went through number 1, what to achieve. Number 2 is set and allocate daily tasks. Yeah. Success equals daily actions repeated over time until they are achieved. I actually got this quote from Napoleon Hill. And this is also mentioned in the book, The Compound Effect. Yeah, daily actions repeated over time until they are achieved equals success. So you need to set and allocate yourself daily tasks, especially when it comes down to trading. Yeah, now you've set yourself the daily target, you need to put in the task. What trading sessions are you going to trade? Yeah, are you going to trade the London session? Are you going to trade the New York session? Are you going to trade the Sydney session? I personally would not really recommend trading the Sydney session, yeah? Or are you going to trade the Tokyo session? Or are you going to see what all three has in store over the next week or so, and then you decide which one you're most comfortable with? Yeah, I've got traders that prefer in Gold Mount who prefer trading the Japanese session, yeah, so the Tokyo session. I've got people who prefer trading the London session. I have people who prefer who trading the New York session. Yeah, we've got a New York session straight after this, in fact. Yeah, or they're going to kick things off in the next 5 minutes, but I'll jump on straight after anyway. It's okay. Yeah, but I actually jump straight into the market every single morning in London. Yeah, and if I'm done in London, then I'm done. Yeah, if I'm not done in London, then I move on to the New York session, or I can jump onto the New York session and help everybody out. It's absolutely fine. Yeah, but those two sessions is what I prefer. I used to trade myself Tokyo session, but I find it's a little slow for me, to be honest. Yeah. So time management. This is one thing you're going to need at all times is time management. Yeah. Manage your 24 hours effectively. If you say you're going to go jump onto the charts at exactly this time, you need to be there. And let me tell you something, the charts are not going to wait for you. Yeah. Once that candle opens, it's opened. Yeah. It's not going to be like, oh yeah, give me 5 minutes. In fact, I'll open in 5 minutes. I won't open at exactly 8 a.m. I'm going to open at 8:05 today because I can't be bothered. Yeah, they don't say those things to themselves. Yeah, they will open bang on time. Yeah, and if you notice something about me, I am always on time, and this is where I have got it from. Yeah, it's where I have got this from is my time management. It's my effectiveness to successfully use my time in a very, very effective way. Yeah, because I value my time very, very highly. But can you say the same to yourself? Do you value your time, or are you turning up late to everything, or are you pushing it 5 minutes? Are you pushing it 10 minutes? Are you pushing it 2 minutes? In fact, yeah. Ask Tyrene. Sometimes I even get a little annoyed when people turn up to my sessions. Not you guys as of yet, yeah, because I'm not too disciplined with yourselves or not too strict with yourselves as of yet. But as you start advancing and I notice you start advancing, I will be even more stricter as time comes along, because that is where strictness and discipline really, really needs to be stuck into your mind. Yeah, really needs to be stuck into your mind. And I will be very, very harsh and strict when it comes down to that. Yeah. But if you ask Tyrene as well, she will even tell you, yeah, that even when people are 2 minutes late to my personal sessions, yeah, I get really annoyed. The other day, somebody was 6 minutes late and I sent him a little voice note. I said, come on, man, you're 6 minutes late. Hurry up. Yeah. Things like that. And, you know, even 6 minutes, no matter what was happening, he could easily said that beforehand. I'm going to be about 6-7 minutes late. Yeah. And this is the reason why. Or what he could have easily done is just done whatever he had to do 6 minutes earlier. Yeah. In fact, and turned up on time, because that has now pushed everything else forward by 6 minutes. This is something which the charts will strongly teach you. Yeah. They will show you that, you know what? Our candle is going to open on time. Whether you're there or not, we're going to open. Yeah. Now you also need a strong balance in your life. Yeah. You need a strong balance between your mind, your body, and your soul. And this is something that has heavily pushed me towards success, because this has brought so much inner peace. You cannot have an imbalance. Yeah. Also, when it comes down to your mind, you need to have a very strong balance with your mindset. Yeah, a very strong balance. You cannot be too sad at times, you cannot be too happy at times, you cannot be too, you know, exhausted, you cannot be too tired. Yeah, there's so many different things when it comes down to your mindset. Also, you cannot have too much of an overload of information. You need to keep it very, very clear at all times. And this is something I do very, very often. Yeah, that you guys can also do. I know a lot of you guys also love clearing your mind up, and you do this in a very successful way as well. I like taking my mornings, yeah, to mainly focus on my mindset and focus on my body. Like I said, I just done a workout, and you know, soul comes back down to faith. My body, I've just done a workout, and also I make sure I feed myself very, very healthy foods throughout at least the first 6 to 8 hours of the day. Yeah, I feed myself a very healthy food. I'm on a very strict plan as well. Simon, I can see you're on a strict plan as well. Yeah, I'm on a very strict plan when it comes down to what I feed my body. Yeah, I won't have any sugar at least, yeah, till later on in the day, or even if it's with a coffee, yeah, I'll only have something like natural sugars like honey. Yeah, and this is something you'll notice about me the more time you spend around me. Yeah, I won't kick in any sugars. I'll cut down on all my salts at least for the first 6 to 8 hours of the day. then I know, okay, at the end of the day, I still need a balance. Then later on, if I've successfully fed my body very, very well, then I can get a little balance and have a chocolate or have a little cake, or, you know, do something, then add some sugars to my coffee or something like that later on in the day. Maybe have a can of Coke or something like that. Yeah. But other than that, you need to stay very, very balanced. You can't be too strict. You can't be too, you know, lenient either. Everything needs a very strong balance. This will take you to the next level. Yeah. And there's certain phases, which I won't explain today, but this is something, you know, I actually implement when it comes down to very, very strongly this compounding plan. Yeah. 1,000 to 1 million compounding plan has actually 3 stages. Yeah. So lastly, you will need strong discipline. And if you aren't disciplined in this, you will not be disciplined in anything. If you aren't disciplined in anything, you won't even be disciplined in this. Tyreen mentioned how you do anything is how you do everything. If you're disciplined in anything, you'll be disciplined in everything. Yeah. If you aren't disciplined in anything, you won't be disciplined in everything. Yeah. Does that make sense? If you're disciplined from when it comes down to your food, when it comes down to your mindset, what time you wake up, especially with your time, in fact, yeah, you will be disciplined in all other parts and all other areas of your life. And this will show in terms of your trading results, in terms of your trading plans, and it will show within your lifestyle as well. Now, this keeps taking too long. I'm not too sure why. But I may just scroll through it like this. All right, I'm just going to scroll through it like this. There isn't many left. Anyway, look, 3, set yourself some rules. Yeah. So you make the rules. I can zoom into it like this. Yeah. So you make the rules. Yeah. This is a quote said by Tony Robbins. Everybody knows who Tony Robbins is. You decide the rules, and you're the only person who can make your rules. You're the only person who are going to follow your rules. Yeah. Nobody else is going to follow your rules. Yeah. Only you're going to follow your rules. Yeah. I might even give you these rules, but it's up to you if you want to follow them or not. It's completely up to you and down to you at the same time. Yeah. Mark up charts and find possible moves. Yeah, these are your rules that you need to find every single day. Yeah, measure your risk management. This is so important. Yeah, measuring your risk management is heavily important. I cannot stress this enough. I've seen so many people do so many wrong things. They are so good at trading, but it's their risk management that messes it up completely. Yeah. I've got a good friend as well who's very close to me, and Tyree knows him as well. And he was over the other day, and his analysis is so on point, but his risk management is just messing it up for him, man, completely. He would have made so much money if it was not for his risk management being off. Yeah, literally, if his risk management was off, he would be so much further than he actually is right now. Yeah, it's not just his risk management, it's also comes back down to his mind, body, and you know, health balance as well. Yeah, and those things will push you to actually, you know, gain more knowledge. Those things will push you to do the right things. Those things will push you to become more disciplined at the end of the day. Yeah, so aim to hit your weekly and monthly targets. In fact, don't even aim to hit it, make sure you hit it. Yeah, and become better every single day, because not just 2% in this area of life, you need to become 2% better in every area of life. Even when it comes down to knowledge, if you are 2% better in terms of knowledge than you were yesterday, yeah, you will become better in every other area of life. If you pushed your health by 2%, Simon, you smash out the gym. If you're slightly stronger and your stamina has increased even by 2% every day, yeah, better than the day before, you know, in a whole, you know, month's time, 3 months time, you will become so much stronger than you ever were. But even like in the gym, yeah, you need to do the daily actions. Otherwise, by the end of the month or the 3 months that you're looking at hitting, yeah, by the end of those 3 months, you will not be where you want to be, all because you missed out a certain couple of days, or all because you didn't aim for those small incremental gains. Oops, I think I copied it by accident. All right, look. Lastly, I'm just going to go on to these daily tasks, time management. Yeah. So this comes back down to your mindset. Read books and personal development. We run through this personal development session every single morning. You should not have an excuse not to, you know, be doing personal development. Yeah. See this as like a full-time job, or those people who do have a full-time job, you can do half this. Yeah. exercise and eat healthily, it will literally only take you about 1 to 2 hours per day to do this. Okay, if you exercise, yeah, this will take you about 1 hour per day, depending on your exercise intensity. And if you eat healthily, it does not take you long to eat. Yeah, it literally takes you about 15, 20 minutes and it's gone. Well, give it to me, it'll be gone in 5. Yeah, but you know where I'm coming from. Eat healthily. This will literally only take you about 15 minutes effort per meal. Yeah, this will add up to about 1 to 2 hours per day. That's it. Yeah, that's all you're spending on, you know, your health. That's all you're spending on your mindset. Yeah, is 1 to 2 hours per day. 1 to 2 hours per day. Build faith. Yeah, I do this by praying. And you can do this in so many other ways. If you know, if you prefer praying or if you prefer meditating, it's completely up to you. This will not take you long at all. Yeah, our prayers only last about 5 minutes. Yeah, and that's it. That's all you need to do. 5-minute prayer. Yeah, few times a day or once per day, depending on exactly, you know, how you decide to push this. Do you want to go for the 10 minutes? Do you want to go for the 30 minutes? But trust me, this will help you so much. Keep your mind so cool. Yeah, and you need that coolness when it comes down to these charts. You need that coolness when it comes down to any kind of success. Yeah, chart time. You need strategy testing, you need chart time, and you need to know how to read candles. And if you don't know how to read candlesticks yet, get into it as soon as possible. You need to know how to read these candles. You need to do this every single day. Well, this is what I do. Yeah, and if you guys can copy me, trust me, you will be exactly where I am today as well. Yeah, you get in chart time, I get in chart time every day. Yeah, strategy testing. Z asked this question. I said about 2 hours, give or take on average. Sometimes it depends how many sessions I'm doing. If I'm doing 2 sessions in the day, then it is towards the 2-3 hour side. Yeah. If I'm only doing 1 session in the day, it will be more to the half an hour, 1 hour side of things. Yeah. So I do these 3 things every single day. Chart time. Yeah, I get in my chart time. I sometimes strategy test as well. I've been doing a lot of strategy testing over the many years, so I don't do this that much anymore. But as you guys, for the first 2 to 3 years in your trading journey, you need to keep testing strategies because markets are so much changing at all times. Yeah, markets are changing in all directions. Even different seasons, markets are changing. Yeah, even during winter, during summer, during spring. Yeah, so many things are happening in different kinds of markets, and your strategy is not going to work at all times. Yeah, so you need to continue testing your strategy at all times. Yeah, in every kind of market. And candlestick reading, I do pretty much all the time. Yeah, all the time. Sometimes I'll quickly pull out my MetaTrader on my phone. I'll be like, okay, what is this candle doing? Yeah, what's this candle doing right now? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I've read the candle and I'm happy with it. Next, Forex education. So I get my education now in the form of reading up on fundamentals. Yeah, because there's new fundamentals being released every single day. There's new things that can shift the markets. There's new things that are happening at all times. Yeah. So make sure you are getting your education in every single day, because it is education that will get you where you need to be. Remember, one of the first 3 things we mentioned yesterday, knowledge. Knowledge is the first thing you need to get to where you want to be. Yeah, if you don't have the knowledge, you won't be successful. And as long as you're constantly topping up on that knowledge, apologies, yeah. As long as you're constantly topping up on that knowledge at all times, you will get to where you want to be. Yeah. Now, these are the things what not to do. So these are the things. Thank you, bless. So these are the things what you don't want to do, and I think this will absolutely be it. Yeah. So jump on live without perfecting a strategy. Write these down and put X's right next to it. Yeah, because you do not want to be doing things. So don't jump on a live account or don't jump on live trading unless you've, you know, back tested or perfected your strategy. Yeah. Don't be disheartened after a blown account. We've all been there. Yeah, we've all blown an account at some point in our lives. It has happened. It's only because obviously we've done the wrong thing, which is either over trading or over leveraging. Those are the only things that can blow your account. Did you know that? Those 2 things can blow your account: over trading and over leveraging. That's it. Yeah, and those can only be done by ourselves. Yeah, don't ever stop taking daily action. This is one thing which I'll tell you a little story. So a few years ago, I had lost a bit of money. I hadn't blown my account back then. I've blown my account a few times, you know, over the first few years of my trading. But there was one time I was like, you know what? Okay, I had a losing month. I was down about, I think, 30% on my account. Yeah, a few years ago, and I said to myself, you know what? I'm gonna take the next few weeks off. Yeah. I'm going to take the next few weeks off, clear my head, and then come back. That did not work. Yeah, that really did not work. I did clear my head. My mindset was fine. My head was fine. I came back to the charts. And when I came back to the charts, it felt like I was a baby again. Yeah. If you stop taking daily action, it's like going to the gym. Yeah. If you stop going to the gym, or if you stop working out for even 1 week, you've messed up on 3 weeks progress. Did you know that? Yeah, because every single thing that you're doing daily is adding up to where you need to be. Yeah, if you stop taking the daily action, you will not get to where you need to be. It will cut down so fast. It will literally cut down so fast. Yeah, even if you miss out 1 week in trading, yeah, or 1 week in hitting your daily actions, you will be already 3 weeks behind. If you don't even do it for a month, you are 3 months behind. Does that make sense? Yeah, because it's compounding. The growth is very successful, but also if you're compounding the non-growth, the days you aren't growing, that also adds up as well. All of this adds up. Yeah. Over trading, don't ever overtrade. Yeah, not being content with your targets. If you're not content with £1,000,000, you know what, I have no hope for you. Yeah, but every single one of us here, come on, think about this. If you had £1,000,000 in your account right now, if you went onto your online balance right now and looked at this £1,000,000 figure right now, yeah, you would think to yourself, just ask yourself, how much would this change your life situation right now if you had this £1,000,000? Yeah, some of you guys have jobs, some of you guys work. Would still be working? Yeah, would you still be living in the same house that you are living in? Would you still be eating the same things you are eating right now? Yeah, think of yourself already there. Yeah, don't overtrade. There's no need to overtrade. These targets are wicked targets. People won't even see 1,000,000 ever in their lives. You're already part of the top 10% in the world who have access to this information, who actually have the opportunity, yeah, to gain this £1,000,000. And you know what? And this is from your own efforts, yeah. Now, next, don't differ away from your trading plan. Don't ever differ away from your trading plan. I've seen people differ away from their trading plans, yeah, and you know what? They have flopped. Yeah, just put it that way. Don't differ away from your trading plan. You will flop. Yeah, you will fail. Next, don't ever give up. That there's 2 X's next to it. There's an X at the beginning, there's X at the end. If I gave up, I don't know what I would be doing right now. I probably would still be working in the firm that I didn't want to be working in. Yeah, and I would still have my graduate job at this moment of time. I might have been promoted by now to about 3,000 to 4,000 a month, but don't ever give up. Yeah, I would not be in this situation where I am today. Yeah. Next, this is something that you can screenshot because I have to cut this off right now. Yeah, this is something that you can screenshot a trader's day. If you want to wake up, yeah, wake up at 7:30 a.m., jump onto London Open at 8 a.m. Yeah, go to the gym. This is if you're obviously doing this full time. Yeah, go to the gym 9 a.m., 10:30, eat a healthy meal, have your breakfast, 11, read the books, or 12, 1 p.m., jump on chart time, 3 p.m., eat another healthy meal, 5 p.m., jump on your Forex education, 6 p.m., read a book, and you can, that's it, go to sleep by the time Asian has opened. Or you can set some trades, leave them overnight. I would not suggest that, but you should have hit your targets at this point. Yeah, by 5 p.m. you should have already hit all of your targets, and that is absolutely it for myself. I will hand it back to Tyreen, but I hope you guys have really enjoyed that. If you have really enjoyed that, give myself a big thumbs up in the group chat, and yeah, I'll hand it back to Tyreen.
Thank you so much, Ads. Guys, I know I'm so sorry we overran today. I hope you gained some value. Z, do you mind dropping in the next trainings for Go Live so everyone can jump on that if they did miss their current one? Guys, thank you so much for jumping on and being patient and still being on this call. We will make sure from now on we do stick to timings, which will be 11 till 12 max. So apologies once again, guys. I hope you gain value. Put in the chat which Go Live session you are going to go on today, which training you're going to go on today, and share that value, guys. We will be amazing traders. Thank you so much, Ad, and we are out. Thank you so much, guys. Take care.